I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. Today is Thursday, September 11th, 2025. And therefore, before we get into any kind of positive festivities, before we start talking about all the stuff here on my channel, we should take a moment out and a moment away to remember the events of September 11th, 2001, particularly those of us here who live in the United States and lived through it. A day of tragedy, a day of misery, a day of shock, horror, a day that actually changed the way that many Americans have to go about their daily lives. I mean, particularly travel has been so different ever since. And therefore, let's all just, for one moment, think about the lives that were lost at the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. But not only that, but the other half of the story, those who were first responders, those who showed up to aid those who were victims of the attack and also were victims of all kinds of debilitating disease and problems over the years. So never forget, right? And, I'm sure today there'll be a lot of discussion about it. And, it's warranted. What else can you say, right? Okay. So, all that being said, now let's move forward positively, okay? And today we have quite a lot to talk about going on, right? First off, Silksong. We actually did a major stream of Hollow Knight Silksong yesterday, per your request. It went really well. I'd like to give some, thoughts on the game now that I'm a good chunk into it and let you know how I'll be moving forward with it. We also have DSP Tries It today, which I'm very excited for. It is the Taco Bell Y2K Decades menu, and that will be happening on this very stream at the tail end of it. So we'll talk about that. Of course, this means we now need to determine what will be the next DSP Tries It, because as you can see, the goals have reset. And people are going to want to know, well, what are we working toward for the next episode? So we have some options to discuss, one of which is a returning option of something that I did about a year ago, and I really enjoyed it. It was original and different, and we can actually go back and try it again and do new stuff. Or if anyone else has some ideas of things that are going on with food that you'd like to see me test, maybe it's a restaurant doing a new promotion, a new limited time item or whatever, I'd like to know. So we could talk about this today and try to figure this out so we can lock it in so we know what we're working toward, okay? But in addition, next week is going to be kind of a weird week. Number one, next week is going to be an incredibly short week for me. 4 days of streaming. Typically, my shortest week is around 5. Usually, my week is 6. Next week, only 4 days, Sunday through Wednesday. I'm going to have 2 days off on Thursday and Friday of next week, okay? So because of that, the schedule will be shortened, and we need to talk about what games are going to be in the schedule, in what capacity, but also about the possibility of bringing back chill streaming. And what I mean by that is, for 4 straight months, we had 2 games that were my chill stream games that kind of calmed everything down. We had Minecraft, and then we had American Truck Simulator. And those games, for the most part, served as the things that broke up the schedule so that it wasn't always intense, major playthroughs, challenging games. It was more relaxed atmosphere. We could all sit back and enjoy each other's company and have a good time with interaction and fun and not necessarily worry so much about, oh, what are we doing in the game tonight, right? And I liked having those. But the thing is, just like everything else, things can get played out, things can get tired. When you're doing them regularly instead of sparingly, they become less special. And honestly, that's exactly what happened. Was over the course of 4 months, people got tired of Minecraft, people got tired of Truck Sim, and they stopped showing up, they stopped engaging, and they stopped supporting the streams. So with that, obviously we said, well, let's move on and do other stuff. And so if you haven't noticed in the past couple of weeks, there's been no Minecraft and no Truck Sim. And already I'm starting to get a cry from the viewers. What happened? Where's the chill content? You know, we're not just here for ultra difficult stuff. And if you look at my schedule right now, we've got Chronos The New Dawn, a very difficult survival horror game. We've got Gears of War Reloaded on hardcore difficulty. And now we've got Hollow Knight Silksong, arguably one of the best, but also one of the most difficult Metroidvanias ever in history. So we went from big chill to big thrill, but some people just want to relax with Phil. So we got to talk about that. Do we bring back chill content next week in some capacity? And if we do, what do we do? Do we bring back something we've already done? Do people have ideas for something new? Let's talk about all of that. All right. And then lastly, today we're doing Suikoden 2 on this stream. Okay. Historically, here is what happens when I play Suikoden 2. Whatever we do before it does really well. But as soon as I start playing the game, most of you turn tail and run for the hills because you can't stand classic JRPGs for some bizarre reason. I don't know if it's too retro for you. You think it's boring because it's slow paced. Maybe you just have no attention span. I don't know. But people will turn tail and run. And that means the attendance on the stream goes down. That means the support on the stream becomes non-existent. Okay? Like, no exaggeration. Last time that I played Suikoden 2 earlier this week, I think we made like $50 on the podcast, which was great. And then the entirety of me playing the game, I made $20. So we didn't even hit halfway to a goal when I played Suikoden 2. I don't want that to be the status quo around here when I play this game or in the future when I play classic JRPGs. So what I'm going to say is this. Today, during this podcast, which we're going to discuss a lot of interesting topics, there's going to be a lot of interaction. Please support the content right now, okay? If we get enough support on the pre-stream, it doesn't matter if people turn tail and run during Suikoden because we'll be good. I won't have to worry about it. So let's go. Let's get some support rolling, please. If you like the content, you like the podcast, you like everything that's been going on recently, you like everything I just mentioned, please support today. Let's get some stuff rolling. We'll get some shout outs going. We'll get that positivity going. And therefore, when I start playing the actual JRPG, I don't have to be like, wow, it's a ghost town. Okay? There you have it. In reality, I do hope that we'll get back some of the viewership for DSP Tries It. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Suikoden 2 for about 2 hours, and then probably around 3:30-ish in the afternoon is when the food will be arriving, and that's when we're going to do DSP Tries It. So hopefully some of the people will come back, because we haven't done an actual episode of DSP Tries It that's food-related in almost 2 weeks. It's actually been more than 2 weeks, because we did the Flight of Beers as well as the Calorie Mate, and that was all over 2 weeks ago, if you didn't know. So it'll be great to get back on track with that, okay? So, speaking of which, how's everyone this morning? Good morning to everyone. Who do we got here? We got King Furbs. Jade, how are you this morning? It's good to see you.